presentation, we will introduce ourselves. I am Justin Andre Docot.
I am Jayan Nels Galamerced.
I am Elishino Pharma.
And our study is all about the effect of artificial different colored UV lights on tomato plant growth.
Before we go deep to our research topic, let's have a short introduction about tomatoes. The tomato plant is usually grown in the tropics as a perennial plant, but in other areas, it is mostly grown as an annual plant. Now, why did we choose tomato plant instead of any other vegetables or fruits?
Because tomatoes are easy to grow and you can grow them anywhere, even in containers indoors or on a balcony or patio. Now, let's focus about UV lights. In our topic, we chose red, blue, and green light.
We chose these different colored lights because it has different wavelengths, and we want to know which light has the capability to grow a tomato plant within 7 days. Based on our research about our study, red has the highest wavelength among all colors, green has moderate wavelength, and blue has the lowest wavelength. The objectives of our study are: number 1, to find an alternative way to get sunlight for tomato plant growth.
Number 2, to prove that you can plant tomato plant indoors without any sunlight.
Number 3, to prove that you can grow a plant during rainy or cloudy season.
And lastly, number 4, to prove that artificial UV lights are better than sunlight.
We jumped into a hypothesis that the red light will be more capable of growing our tomato plant, since it has the highest wavelength, which has the strong effect on vegetative growth of plants.
The materials needed in this study is 4 pots, 1 lamp, 1 light with 10 watts, red cellophane, green cellophane, blue cellophane, spoon, tomato seeds, and soil. The tomato seeds were dried for 1 day. First, add 8 spoons of soil into each of the pots. The dried tomato seeds were put into each of the pots. Each pot got 26 tomato seeds. 1 lamp was prepared. The first lamp was covered with red cellophane and the pot was exposed to the red light for 2 hours. Green cellophane and the pot was exposed to the green light for 2 hours. And the blue cellophane and the pot was exposed to the light for 2 hours, while the fourth pot was exposed to the sun for the controlled variable for the experiment for also 2 hours.
Each light of the lamps with the red, green, and blue cellophane was pointed on each of the pots that is labeled by their corresponding color, and counted the number of leaves, sprouts, stems, and width of the leaves, and they regularly used a ruler to measure the tomato plant's height. The 3 tomato plants were exposed to red, green, and blue cellophane lights for 2 hours each day, and the pot that was exposed to sunlight was also exposed to sunlight for also 2 hours. And the pots was watered with 25 ml of water every day and measured the results.
Our study is a quantitative research since it involves measuring and statistical observation.
Table 1 and 2 are the experimental setup of the plants that have undergo different color of lights and sunlight. The 4 pots have received the same amount of soil, seeds, and water.
Table 3 is the variables that are present in the study. The table includes the dependent, independent, and the controlled variables.
Table 4 is the comparison of the tomato plants with different colors of lights including sunlight through height, sprouts, number of leaves, color of leaves, size of leaves, and number of flowers.
And we appreciate your attention for listening to our presentation.